21. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are halfway through the NFL regular season, and with that, cue the music. Welcome to Bet by Numbers, easiest betting podcast in the world. Hello, Matt.
Hello, it's 11:11. Make a wish.
I know. And we are joined, of course, by our trusty robot producer. Okay, Google, say hello.
Hi, happy Native American Heritage Month.
That was an important statement, and I'm glad you said it.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Go Braves.
Yeah, go. Hey. Sorry. Okay. It's just, wow. That's fantastic. Quick recap of last week. We're going to go over some first half, half-point leaders, and then a good countdown this week. Let's start with a recap. So we all know, we were all there last week. It was a bloodbath.
Bloodbath.
Yes, dogs all over the place. Just all the dogs. Gotta love the dogs. So for a week like that, I actually think we did quite well. We only lost 0.45 units. So losing less than half a unit on a week like that, I'm okay with.
Yeah, speak for yourself, but enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
We got that week over with, and that puts us halfway through the NFL season.
Right, I know. Yes, today is the exact half point, or a few days ago, or sometime between last week and this week. 1-3 on money line picks last week, making 17-13 on the season. 2-1 on spread picks. 22-24. I'm gonna get to 500 on those damn spread picks.
It's all about the spread.
I know. 4-2 on totals. 16-11 on the season. Yeah, last week was quite something.
It really was.
I think everybody. I think the only favorite that won was the damn Patriots. So.
I think you're right. Well,
yes.
Didn't the Ravens won?
You know, the Ravens did win, but Minnesota did cover still. So I guess there's that.
I can't think of any other teams that actually won that were supposed to. So, Pittsburgh won. Pittsburgh won, but they didn't cover.
And arguments could be made whether or not they should have won or not, but that's all.
I don't think either team should have won, but I think that's beside the point.
Drop them off the face of the earth. Yeah, fuck the Bears. Fuck Steelers. I have no interest in either of those teams.
They're just terrible.
Right. So before we hit the countdown, let's talk about some first half stat leaders. Because now that we've been, most teams have played 9 or 8 games, we're starting to get an actually good picture of what's going on in the league. You can actually start, you got enough data points. It's still only 8 games because it's football. But you've got enough data points to work with here. So, passing leaders, 1 through 5, we'll just go through them real quick. Matt Stafford got the most. Yeah, so we're going to go by yardage, and I'm going to tell you their touchdown totals. So, Matt Stafford, TD12, Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. Those are the top 5. Stafford's got 23 TDs. TB12's got 25 big old TDs. Derek Carr's only got 13 touchdowns. It's interesting. But he's got 2,500 yards.
He's got a ton of yards.
He does. Patrick Mahomes, 20 touchdowns. Joe Burrow, 20 touchdowns. And I don't think there's any surprises there with that group. Maybe Derek Carr.
I mean, I think a lot of people expected a couple other guys to be in that group. I think Kyler Murray and Josh Allen were definitely expected to be in that group.
And I think they're right outside that. Actually, if you want, my laptop's open there with all this info. If you felt
I believe it. But I'm just saying, we all know who didn't score touchdowns last week, and that was one Josh Allen.
That was Josh Allen. Well, and Kyler Murray, of course, technically has missed a game. So, these are just the gross, overall totals.
And he's probably got a ton of rushing yards, but that's beside the point.
He's got a fair few. And I think he was like 7th on this list. Missing a game, he was still 7th. I don't think there's anything to take away from this list. Derek Carr with that many fewer touchdowns than the other guys with that many yards is somewhat telling of how their season's going. I think they might be...
their season's going great, but Darren Waller missed a couple.
On the field, their season is going very okay. I don't know if that's going to translate into any usefulness, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if it's useful, but their record's good. They are leading that division.
They are leading that division. But that division, everybody's within a game too, aren't they? In that case, yeah. Okay. Patrick Mahomes is also on this list. Let's look at talk about the rushers real quick. Top 5 are Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Chubster, Joe Mixon, and Zeke.
I mean, of course, sad face Derrick Henry's not going to be able to add to those, but
if Tennessee can keep looking like they're looking, and then all of a sudden add Derrick Henry back into that lineup, that team's going to be nasty. Like, I'm going to start. I'm going to look up a Super Bowl future for them later. I'm feeling a little saucy about that.
Yeah, they're extremely dangerous.
Yeah, if you can get them a good price for a Super Bowl future now, lock it in. Derrick Henry's got 10 touchdowns. Taylor's got 8. Chubb's got 6. And we know Chubb's missed a little bit of time. Mixon's got 7. And Zeke has 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, Mixon's so consistent.
He has. And I think when you're talking about the success that team has had this season, he gets somewhat overlooked. But really, he's probably, I mean, if you're looking for a backbone of that team, it might just be Joe Mixon at this point. Really.
It might be. I mean, Joe Burrow's looked pretty good, but last week, I mean, they lost the Battle of Ohio.
Yeah, and I think saying the C word there, the consistency word, is spot on. I think that's what you're getting at Joe Mixon season. All right, let's the receivers. Do you want to say something else about Joe Mixon?
Well, Joe Mixon's. I would say that Joe Burrow's stats were a little. I mean, Jamar Chase dropping 2 balls really made a difference in his stats in that game. So that's kind of out of his control. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, we were all over. I mean, yeah. Reported here first that Cincinnati would be better without OBJ than with him. You know, I think we broke that news to America. Yeah.
Cleveland is better, not Cincy, because unfortunately OBJ. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, I need to, before we get to the wide receivers,
we have to apologize.
We have an apology to issue to America, to God, to I think MLK. I think we have to apologize to MLK a little bit, and then because we're apologizing to MLK, we're going to apologize to Aaron Rodgers just to make sure we have our bases covered there. We, and mostly me, because I led Matt down this garden path, called PJ Walker at White so many times last week.
And that just wasn't true. I mean, I watched Pat White get concussed about 10 years ago, and it might have been the hardest that I've ever seen on TV. He fell asleep before he even moved forward.
Oh, yeah, that's no good. That's rough. Yeah, so I just would like to offer an official apology. I think the Reverend Jesse Jackson, go ahead and apologize to him. Just all humans involved in that. Anyway.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now that we got that housekeeping out of the way.
Pat White got hit so hard before PJ Walker played that the Carolina Panthers went out and signed Cam Newton.
Oh, you're getting ahead of it, but yes,
I might be a little ahead of it.
Well, I think I alluded to a little bit with the music and the opening, but
I mean, it's exciting.
It is exciting, and I don't even think he's good at this point. This is not.
I'm just excited to see him in the post game.
I just want to see him. Yes, I want to see him back in the league, and I love that it's for us, man. He can retire with the Panthers. This is great.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really great. I'm very excited.
He's going to play his heart out.
I think so, and I think he's always had a bit of a mixed reaction in Carolina. I think overall everybody mostly likes him, but obviously sometimes because of the way he dresses or whatever, people want to give him a hard time, or whatever it is with Cam. And
I'm not going to give him a hard time. He's making money, but
I can give you a ton of criticisms of Cam on the field. Off the field, do your thing, man. I think he's actually been a pretty much consummate professional and actually good person. So
I agree.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do any of that. I know that sometimes people wanted to give him hell in Carolina, but at this point, what I'm hoping is we've had enough years without him now that we can appreciate, when you've got the guy, you still want the guy. This is what y'all are finding out. Matt, let me you were going to talk about my team for a second. Let's talk about your team. You know, if the playoffs started today, y'all are in it.
Which is crazy. And if we didn't have Matt Ryan, we'd be lost.
Exactly. Which is not to say that I have given strong opinions on this, and I still think they did. I'm doing quote marks. You can't see it. Quote unquote the wrong thing signing him, but
of course.
Oh yeah, But you can see. Okay, I'm a little more circumspect now about the value of such a thing, and you can see why you go ahead and do that. I think the thing was they didn't have anything else to do. Really?
No, there wasn't. I mean, they're not going to get Trevor Lawrence, and if they got another, I don't know. They already made all. They already made all the wrong decisions, and yeah.
Eat a mushroom.
No, I've got lots. Oh, mushrooms. Ooh.
Yeah, they'll quick cure your health. Yeah. Teabag a mushroom. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the wide receiver winners or leaders real quick, and then we'll start getting to some picks and blast through that. You jumped the gun on Cam, but I was very excited. I mean, I couldn't hold it in either. I'm very glad you let it out.
Sometimes you have to lift the cheek.
I can't. Jesus Christ. Okay. The wide receiver top 5 guys yardage wise. You got Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill. No surprises on that list either. Cooper Kupp's got 10 touchdowns. Deebo Samuel only has 4. Chase has 7. Devontae Adams only has 3. That's an interesting number. And then Tyreek Hill has 6.
I feel like all 3 of those touchdowns might have been in the same game, maybe over 2 games. But yeah, Deebo Samuel has just been putting up yardage like crazy, but that team cannot get in the end zone.
They can't, and that's sort of evident here. I mean, San Francisco is definitely hiding in the Pacific time zone this season, for sure. Like, I don't know.
Well, and that's a very Kyle Shanahan thing to do, no offense, but like...
Yes, I've met Julio. I mean, where is Julio?
Where is Julio? He is actually supposed to play this week, so we'll see what happens.
Tennessee, wow, yeah. Anyway, okay.
Man.
So anyway, those are your leaders. You know, the thing is, if you want to talk about tight ends real quick too, Kelsey leads the league in yardage. So I hear all about how shitty. Or wait, we got to move again. Fuck.
Yeah, we do. Very quickly.
Not far, but fast. I hear all about how shitty the Kansas City offense is, and obviously they don't have that leading rusher, but otherwise they've got leading guys at quarterback and wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure why they keep telling me how bad that offense is when they've got, I mean, they're putting up the numbers.
Yeah, they're putting up numbers. I think the other thing is that Patrick Mahomes has turned the ball over this season more than he has in his entire career.
I think that might just have to be the difference here. It's
I think it's just a luck thing. I mean, he's finally getting unlucky.
Luck, yeah. Well, it just begs the question: was he simply lucky before, or is he getting unlucky now? And the answer is probably somewhere in between. But
it's probably exactly somewhere in between.
But let's overreact and pick one of those or the other. Do you think he was getting lucky before, or do you think he's just getting unlucky this season?
I'll take the latter.
Okay.
If I have to choose between the two, I'm going to take the latter. My depth of perception tells me that people are learning how to guard Tyreek Hill.
This is defenses just playing Kansas City a very specific way. I think I also like the narrative that this is just them being unlucky, because I want Patrick Mahomes to keep playing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people like Patrick Mahomes. Is somebody trying to shoot you?
It's an NPC, but yeah, there might be another one to stay frosty. Yeah. And actually, we're gonna want to knock that.
Oh dang!
There we go. Okay. I think we got him. Yeah, the music will go away, and we will.
I'm not a big fan of this weapon.
Which one?
The AK. It's got a lot of kickback.
Oh, this thing? Yeah, it's okay.
That's fine.
What's that? Chest. Here, Jeff. Anyway, let's get to the countdown. I got 5 conference games this week, 4 division, 3 interconference. Gonna do a 2 easy parlay.
It's in the bathroom.
And I got a good extra point this evening. All right, 5 conference games. We're gonna start with the one this evening: Baltimore at Miami. Baltimore is favored by 7.5 points. I'm just going to take a total here. I'm going to go over 46.5.
I like that.
Yeah, I think wait, do we have who's playing quarterback for the Fish? I have this written down. Who's playing quarterback?
That's a very good question. I can check right now. Hold on.
Okay, you check. Well, yeah, you check. I'm gonna talk about that. But yeah, I mean, Baltimore might be the best. They're definitely the best team in the AFC at current, which is a title that keeps getting passed around.
Jacoby.
They may be the. It is Jacoby. Okay. Well, I still like that. I mean, they're
DeBrus, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, he's gonna be solid. It's gonna be fine. Mike Gesicki's gonna put up a lot of yards.
Yeah. I'm so mad about Gesicki because I listen to all that Levitard, I've been trying to use him in fantasy for the last couple years, and this was the year I finally gave up on him.
And he's been good all year.
And this is the year he finally actually did it. So mad. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So one of the reasons I wanted to bring up the half-point leaders is because there was a lot of turnover in the league this year, and we're seeing a lot of units gel on certain teams in ways that we weren't seeing earlier in the season. So I think when you're talking about Miami, it's so weird how it's unbalanced on both sides of the ball, but this year, so I think their offense is finally, they're finally starting to realize just, run offense through Myles Gaskin. They're just better. And then when you've got Gesicki actually doing things, just, again, use the good parts you have and quit trying to suck at it.
Yeah, don't suck.
Yeah, I mean, not sucking would be better. Oh yeah, we're gonna need to.
That's bad.
This one's on me. I think let's run out the front, and then I think there's a car up there. Here, follow me real quick.
I'm coming.
Oh, there is no car. Okay.
Well, we're not far behind it. I've got some good bandages we can share here in a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
I've got past it, so.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett's playing. I just like the over 46.5 here. I'm pretty sure Baltimore can cover fairly easily. They're a lot better than Miami. They're actually quite good in general. So I think that's a no-brainer tonight. But yeah, I'm just going to take the over 46.5. Baltimore keeps backing into relatively large point totals, so I think they can cover here.
Are you ready?
That over. Yeah. Yeah, we're just waiting. We're just going to keep an eye out for these people coming down the hill. Next game, next conference game is Cleveland at New England, arguably the best game of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
potentially.
This should be a good one.
Now, Nick Chubb is not going to play.
It seems like he's not going to play, which I don't love for my pick. I am going Cleveland money line here. They're plus 110.
They are not favored, so I like it. I like it. Who are these people?
Yeah, they're fighting each other. There's only 4 other people, so we're just going to kind of let these people go at it, and then we're going to try to pick the bones.
I like it.
Yeah.
I got this alien sniper thing. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Let's see one thing. Okay, Google. What's the weather going to be in Foxborough, Massachusetts on Sunday?
Sunday in Foxborough, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 51 and a low of 36.
That's not that bad.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Yeah. It could be snowing, but it's not.
Nah, that could that weather should be just fine for what they're trying to do. Let's sort of work left and then sort of get around, because I want to try to find some cover.
Yeah, I definitely like Cleveland in this game. Mac Jones and the Patriots are they're missing their main running option. He's going to be there, but he's not full strength. And Mac Jones is going to have the team on his back.
Yeah, the question really is, now that New England can see a path towards the conference, or excuse me, the division, can he let go? Can Belichick make that happen? Because they've got a route now. They're only a game back on the Bills.
Interesting.
They're in. Yeah, they're well in that division discussion, right? So Bill Belichick, the vaunted Hall of Fame best coach ever, that we think oh fuck, getting lit up from somewhere. Where's
I don't know where, but it's from above.
Oh, they are behind us.
They're above us.
They're somewhere. They're above us. Above?
I think they are.
That's bad.
On this thingamabob. I've got a shotgun out. I'm ready for whatever. I see.
Oh, we're doing real. Yeah, we're super dead.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. Wow, we got killed by one guy.
I shot him a bunch of times.
He had the high ground, Anakin. I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I'm gonna take Cleveland plus 110 here. Tampa Bay at Washington, another conference game. I'm gonna go under the 51.5 points here. I think it's just gonna stall out, and there's
Tampa Bay and Washington, really?
Yeah. Again, one of these games where I think Tampa Bay goes up 2 scores early, and then the rest of the game is just nothing happens.
Yeah, I hear
Washington can't score points again all of a sudden.
Oh,
So,
I agree.
And Tampa Bay's defense is really good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very boring game.
I think so too, hence the under here. A game that I don't want to talk about. Well, we can talk about the Panthers generally, because that's an interesting story. The Panthers literally are
not
bad.
Exciting.
So, guess who's not starting for the Panthers this week?
Cam Newton.
Pat White.
Oh, also true.
I do think PJ Walker. So now, here's the thing: is we've also lost a lot of depth there. So now the Panthers quarterback, Sam Darnold, not playing. PJ Walker is ostensibly your starter. Matt Barkley, who we signed this week, will be his backup.
Oof.
I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, what are we doing with these USC quarterbacks? And then Cam Newton will presumably be there, not dressed, is what I would assume is what's going to happen.
I agree.
In Arizona, yeah. And he might not even do that. I mean, I guess if he signed today, he obviously, playing is obviously not on the table. And I think just because of COVID or something, I don't know. I know there's extra rules for that.
There are.
I assume he'll be the starter by next week, though.
I would hope so.
I would also very much hope so.
He also has to pass the physical. He did have a pretty nasty injury last year.
That is an interesting point. Well, he had pretty bad COVID, it seemed like, last year too. So
yes.
Do we know if is Kyler Murray starting this week, or are we getting the Colt McCoy show again?
I'm hearing that Kyler Murray is going to play.
Okay, that was sort of my inclination as well, but you never know with some of this shit. We'll talk more about that when we get to Green Bay, Seattle. But
yeah, that's going to be complicated.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna. This is what I'm gonna do. Is I'm going to take over 44 points here because Arizona mostly scores 30 points. And
yeah, you're right.
So I'm going to need the Panthers to score 2 TDs, and then we can get to that over there. That should be fine.
I mean, they get AJ Green back. DeAndre Hopkins will not be back this week. Christian Kirk is good. I mean, James Conner ran all over whoever they were playing last week.
Well, and there's a world where the Panthers, with no Sam Darnold at this point, look more confident on offense.
I guess.
Christian McCaffrey. He can be a one-person offense in and of himself if you just get him the ball in useful situations.
I agree.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I'm just going to take the over here. I have a really hard time betting these Panthers games. But maybe
I would as well.
It's Cam. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't
either he's going to play or he'll retire as a Panther. I think either are good.
See, that is what I have been blowing up Zachy and Paul's phone today with literally that. I'm like, this, again, I like this more just from a Cam fandom thing. Than
he's coming home.
Yeah, he gets to retire as a Panther. Like, all that acrimony, that'll be any that there was, and it wasn't really even an acrimonious divorce.
Not really. I mean, he just ended up with the Patriots, which is weird, but,
Well, that part sucked. But what are you going to do? Also, it's one of those things. Once it became clear that Rivera was going to have to go, Cam had to go too. Coaches and quarterbacks tend to be inextricably linked, and we're only now. I mean, honestly, when you're talking about quarterbacks and coaches and this link, it's really hard to get out the other side of it. Andy Reid has almost successfully done it, but when I tell you a coach's name, if you think of them as a good coach, you're going to immediately think of the quarterback generally that they were good with. So like Andy Reid, I think of Donovan McNabb, and now I can actually start thinking of Patrick Mahomes, and I don't even think of Alex Smith, even though he did quite well with Alex Smith.
He was great.
Yeah, he was great. So when you think of Ron Rivera, you think of Cam Newton. When you think of Pete Carroll, you think of Russell Wilson. When you think of Belichick, obviously you think Tom Brady. When you think who else? Tomlin. This is one of those things. So people talk about Tomlin as this really good coach, and I think he is an excellent coach. But again,
Absolutely.
it's that same thing where he's also had consistency at that position his entire tenure.
Absolutely.
So it's probably easy. Quote. I'm doing the air quotes again for people at home. Theater of the mind.
Well, and he only had,
Easy
I
to
mean,
be good, yeah.
only one quarterback. One quarterback,
makes-
one coach. It makes a lot of sense.
Makes a huge difference. Huge difference. And meanwhile, when you look at the unsuccess of Browns quarterbacks, they kept having to deal with new coaches. They
They have new quarterbacks and new coaches, yes.
Yeah, the Browns have been the best version of themselves once they finally found a coach that they liked and kept them around for more than one goddamn season.
And they, didn't have Odell Beckham. I don't know.
The thing about it's just a fit thing, and especially
It
when you're
is.
talking about a skill position, sometimes shit just doesn't work. I don't know. People
You're
wanna
right.
keep
Sometimes it
and
doesn't
also-
work.
Yeah, and people want to keep making it like this is a diva receiver situation. I don't like. If you want to tell me that in the abstract, OBJ is a diva receiver, then sure. But if you want to tell me like per this specific situation, I don't think so at all. Like it just shit wasn't working, and he was like, "All right, can I not be here if the shit's not working?" And Baker was also like, "Can he not be here if the shit's not working?" And Kevin Stefanski was like, "Can they not be here? Can he not be here?" Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, sometimes you don't need things to happen.
You don't. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Well, we'll see how the Browns look. We'll see how the Panthers look with Cam. I'm just taking this over here. Speaking of all those things we just talked about, Seattle at Green Bay. Ooh.
Man,
The
what
will
a
they won't they
matchup.
game.
This
The will-
game would have
well,
been so much better if it was like the second week of the season, though.
Well, but the only thing to say about that, of course, is we do have both the MVP. Well, of course, Russell Wilson's never actually won an MVP, but to say he's an MVP caliber quarterback, I think
That's very true.
Yeah. So Rodgers, it seems like, is going to come back. All the reports are, I guess he got into the Coco protocol early enough that he's fine to play this week.
Yes.
So we will have Rodgers. The reports are we will have Russell Wilson. So we should have a marquee matchup between two theoretically good teams in the NFC with two of the theoretically best quarterbacks in the league.
I agree. And I think
On
that,
paper.
yeah, on paper, we're going to see how Russell Wilson's finger does. And, I mean, the NFL wasn't going to have another week without Rodgers at quarterback. I don't know what to say.
No, because he's the reigning MVP.
If it comes down to a day, they're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I am a little curious to see if we will see Rodgers with a different haircut. I haven't seen his haircut this week. I did hear that he has clarified, or at least attempted to clarify some of his statements from last week on Pat McAfee. Which, yeah, we'll see. See how that goes.
I want to know what was his outfit. I mean, why? Yeah. What did he go? What did he go for Halloween as?
John Wick. We know that.
Oh yes.
That was the whole thing. Did you not catch all that? So that was the whole thing.
I
with
missed all the other
hair.
parts. Yeah, I just haven't had time.
That's fine. Like, life's been busy. Anyway,
Life's busy. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the under 49.5 points here because I think I think Rodgers could go out there and play stupid Rodgers games because he's all butthurt, and then also I don't know if Russ is gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris Carson might not play, and if he does play, he's going to be hurt. And if he plays well, it's going to be slow. I could definitely see like a 24-21 kind of game here.
Yeah, sort of a slugfest, and also again,
or
I
27-20, but that's all still under.
I think Seattle will struggle with keeping their guys on the field this game.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think that both teams will struggle. But I do kind of expect a lot of running the football.
I'd love for this to devolve into a shootout, so I should be betting the over here because that would be a much better game to watch. And I think, let's see, so is a 4 o'clock game? Yeah. Well, this is the 4:25 since they do that. They do
the super flex. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So hopefully we'll get to watch that. We'll watch a good game. Should be good. All right, let's pick 4 division games. Got Jacksonville at Indy. And take Indy. Yeah, I know. And I'm going to take Indy in the cover. They're getting a ton of points. Minus 10.5. I wanted. My temptation here was to definitely take Jacksonville, and then I remember they actually only did score 3 field goals last week.
Yeah, unfortunately, Josh Allen is not the only player on that team, and I'm not talking about the quarterback.
Josh Allen, oh boy. That gave us, that was a fun week. We'll always all look back on that one week and say, oh, remember when the Josh Allens did the Josh Allen things? That was funny.
That was pretty funny.
That was a pretty good time. Yeah, I actually think Indy's going to come out and thrash them.
I agree.
I'm still not sure that the Jags can score points.
I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know. I mean, like, Trevor Lawrence has been overthrowing his receivers. I think he's just having a tough year. Maybe his receivers are bad. Maybe it's both.
They are bad, yeah.
Peyton Manning didn't look good, and yeah, that was me, sorry.
You're good. That whole situation is bad there.
It's Jacksonville, it's always bad. I hate to be that guy, but it's true.
Well, yeah, I mean, they do it to themselves. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, be better. Don't draft Blake Bortles.
Man, they've drafted so many bad quarterbacks.
They really have. It's kind of. Oh wait, is there a guy in this building? I think there's a person in this building.
I don't think so.
Right around the corner here. Watch out. No. A little bit of optical illusion. No. Okay, optical illusion. Okay. No guy.
We just gotta watch out for the circle. We'll be alright.
Yeah, I like Indy in a fairly tight cover here. Just a lot of running.
There's gonna be a lot of running. Carson Wentz is gonna throw it to Michael Pittman a bunch. I mean, it'll be fine.
Yeah. As long as he can only throw it to the people in the Colts jerseys, he should mostly be fine.
Chris Carson might not be playing here.
Yeah, I think that's been a cue. He has been a cue all week, so.
It basically means I'm going to start A.J. Dillon in one of my leagues, and that's fine. Because Green Bay, back to the game we were just talking about, good to run the ball. So, Indianapolis, obviously, it's Jacksonville. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't think Jacksonville is still pretty bad.
They've got about, it's going to take several years.
It really is.
I mean, it took a while for the Titans to get good, too.
That's true. I like Mike Vrabel coaching, though.
No, he's fantastic, and I think last week really proved how good that defense is with him as the coach.
Yeah, wow. I mean,
man, they terrorized Matt Stafford.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't see all the goodness, rushing the pasture, but yeah. I mean, I forgot. I mean, they do have Bud Dupree, right? Like, he's on that team right now, right?
Is he?
I think so.
Okay. He was on Steelers for a while, so he might be there.
Okay,
he's a good player.
Who does Bud Dupree play for?
Alvin Dupree's current team is the Tennessee Titans.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That's what I thought. And I did not know that his name is Alvin, so that's also fun.
Oh, I thought you said Calvin, but that's good to know.
Calvin got a job. All right, Buffalo at the Jets. So Buffalo is favored in this game. They're the biggest favorite of the week. I got them at 12.5. I am not going to take that here because it is in the too easy parlay. I am going to take the over here. We are getting Mike White, the savior, the great white savior, is back.
I really like Buffalo to cover here, but
I do too.
They're playing against the Jets, and the Jets have a third-string quarterback. I don't know what to say.
I think the Jets' offense does seem like it's working a little better. I don't know if their defense also. Honestly, that team overall
their defense is
seems
fine.
A little better.
It's a lot better. They got a new coach, Adam Gase, in there. I don't know what to say.
Oh my God. Anytime you can get away from Adam Gase, that's what you're going for. I think, that team seems a lot more functional overall here. Again, much as I was saying, a lot of these units and stuff are really starting to come together across the league. Are you going to take that purple scar? Because if you don't,
no, you do it.
Yeah, I definitely want that. And I think the Jets are definitely a team that the last couple weeks has looked far better than they have the previous several. So I like the Jets to score points. I like Buffalo to really have a bounce back game, so I'm going to take the over here. It's only 47.5 points. Yeah, I think we can get there.
I definitely like the Buffalo Bills in the bounce back game.
This thing's about to get loud. All right, Kansas City at Vegas. I mean, Vegas just had that
on fire, and it's a divisional game.
Yeah, it is a divisional game. We know how those go. Jesus Christ, this thing's loud.
It's very loud. But yeah, I mean, I think that Kansas City is probably going to win this game, but not because they should, because they have to.
Yeah, so Kansas City on the road is favored by 2.5 points, and that is going to be my pick here, is Kansas City covering the 2.5 point spread. I do think the wheels are going to quickly fall off the Raiders, unfortunately, frankly. At this point, I'm almost... There's a goal, that's I was get that one, yeah. The wheels are unfortunately quickly falling off the team, and it's sad, because I like them, but... I mean,
Darren Waller is still really good.
Yeah, I think you got a lot of fantasy all-stars on this team, but I think their record's going to dip to the point where they become irrelevant as we move on. This is a big...
Derek Carr's definitely got to get more touchdowns.
I mean, clearly. He doesn't... He's very efficient. He can be very efficient with the ball. He can be very accurate, but he's got to get some TDs, yeah. I mean, that's what...
He needs some big old TDs.
They really do. They spent so much of that Giants game just needing to score one more fucking touchdown to get off the over the hump, and just couldn't make themselves do it. It's very frustrating.
It is very frustrating. Are you playing?
Sorry, I was drinking tea. Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. I was just making sure you weren't stalled out because we're at that part.
No, you're good.
Time-wise, this is the stall point we have to worry about. But
it is
anyway.
Spot on. But yeah. Also, by the way, there's one team and they're directly in front of us. Are you ready? We're gonna do this. I'm actually gonna break hard right. I'm breaking hard right.
Okay, I've got the grenade launcher out.
Yeah. No, go behind me. I'm breaking hard right. You go back the other way. We're gonna pincer them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get real wide. Oh, see, they're in the car. Yeah. I don't know where they're going.
I've got the grenade launcher, but they can go wherever they want.
Yeah, they're both in cards. Actually, if they're in the... Here we go. You ready? We're going to get the one guy's by himself. The one guy's by himself. Oh, no. Okay.
I'm not happy right here in the street, though.
Yeah, both the guys are in front of us. So, just keep... Actually, you know where we want to be? Oh, okay. Yeah, just keep them in front of us. And stay right and high. Yeah. This is actually a good time to stay a little apart, yeah. Is that you?
It's not me.
Yeah. Were they firing at? Did they go down?
They did.
We might have them, just stay up on here and see if we can just get them in a little bit of a shooting, a little turkey shoot. Good old-fashioned turkey shoot.
This little spot over here where I am, do you see where I am?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming that way.
This is a good spot.
Yeah. Don't stay still though. Yeah. Keep your head. I'm coming behind you and I'm gonna keep going to your left. So.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit, and you can kind of, you stay-ish there, and that's not like a proper grenade launcher, and that thing doesn't have the range you want. So just, they see us.
Okay.
I'm gonna start shooting. I got one.
Purple
scar. Purple scar. Purple scar. Fucker. Okay, now I'm gonna break hard. I'm charging.
You charge. I'm gonna stay high left.
Yeah.
He just took the trees down. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I see it. It's fire is what that is. Got him!
Oh, you got him.
That's how you do that. Yeah. Too easy, baby. All right.
Too easy. So next.
Who loves me? Yeah, Kansas. Yeah, I am. If Vegas can beat Kansas City this weekend, which is possible, but I don't think it. They might be able to stay and keep the wheels on this thing. Otherwise, I sense an unraveling.
And yeah, I mean, I feel like they lost one of their best receivers. They gotta really lean on the running game. They got Kenyon Drake. They got Brandon Jacobs. We know both of those guys can be a #1 running team if they work together, but not on their own. Darren Waller's obviously one of the best tight ends in the league.
Speaking of DFS this week, but I like both those guys' plays though, because I think Raiders' biggest. I think they're gonna. I mean, yeah, I think they're gonna run it a lot.
You got to run the ball, keeping Patrick Mahomes off the field.
For sure. Okay. Last division game here. Got the Rams at San Francisco. The Rams are favored by 4.5 points on the road.
Yeah, I mean, Rams are pretty good, and I don't like San Francisco.
They're having they're having this. I mean, the Super Bowl slump for them is real. I know they've had so much injury problem, but they also can't get out of their own way a little bit.
No.
At some point, there will have to be a discussion about how good Kyle Shanahan actually is as a head coach. Injuries and stuff has forestalled this conversation, but we will be having it if things continue this route. Regardless of how many, at some point.
I don't think I need to say anything.
I know your opinion on this, Matthew.
I think he's a good head coach, but I think when it comes down to it, he makes really unfortunate decisions at crucial times.
And what's so frustrating about that is you should be able to analyze that fairly critically and say, this is what I did wrong, and then don't do that.
But it happened twice in the Super Bowl, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, I think sometimes, especially offensive guys that still at their heart like to run the ball, see Pete Carroll, etc.
Yeah.
Well, of course, except for that one time he didn't.
Except for that one time, and we know how that worked out.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, but everybody on the planet knows that 90% of the time that play works.
Yeah, 100% of the time it works half the time. Or how's that go?
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm just actually going to take the over here. I don't know. It's only 49 points, which I know is like a medium high line, but the Rams can definitely score. Again, bounce back game for them.
They need a bounce back game.
Yeah. I think I could easily see this game getting into the high 20s, early 30s for both these teams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're going to go over 49 here. All right, you got 3 interconference games, which I'm going to have to figure out. Yes. So the first one, we're going to go New Orleans at Tennessee. So I know I was talking a lot of how Tennessee is good, and I'm going to take New Orleans money line here.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they're not favored. They're plus 130. I have a lot of faith in Sean Payton, especially when you're talking about short-term stuff. I think he's going to come up with a solution that gets them through this week, at least.
Okay.
I think we start seeing a lot more Taysom Hill. They could have. I mean, Matt, we watched that game last week and it was great, and I was very happy for you.
They did come back. I mean, it's not that they could have come back. They did come back.
No, they 100% came back. Y'all just
they still lost,
and
it was beautiful. I mean, doves flew through the sky, fireworks hit, lots of trains went through tunnels. I don't know what to say.
Exactly. It was a John Woo film. It was crazy.
It was beautiful.
It was a coup. Yeah. It was a coup film. That's who it was. But yeah, I like New Orleans money line here. I think they can again bounce back game. I'm still Tennessee, as good as they've looked, and they look extremely physical. I mean, that team does have an identity at this point, and you gotta love that. And their identity is they're going to be super physical, and they're just big. That team is big. Julio Jones is big. Derrick Henry is big.
AJ Brown is huge.
You know? Yeah, these are huge. These are huge friggin' guys, and they're just and they're just gonna be physical with you and play that kind of style. You know that's what a linebacker. If you got a linebacker as a head coach.
Oh shit!
Did you light the building on fire?
I did.
Yeah, well, then get out of the building because you'll just hurt yourself. So.
I thought it was some kind of cool, potion.
It's not. It's not. It just lights the building on fire.
Yeah, oops.
Yeah. Well, at this point, just tear the whole fucking building, though.
That's fine.
So anyway, I like New Orleans in a money line play here. You're getting a little plus juice. What were they? Plus 130? Yeah, you get a little plus 130 here. Okay, another interconference game. Minnesota at the Chargers.
Beautiful.
Chargers are a slight favorite at home. They're getting 2.5, or they're giving up 2.5 points at home. I'm going to take an over 50. I'm taking a ton of totals this week.
Dude, the over in this game is so good.
It's a lot of points. It's 52.5, or excuse me, this one is 52.5. Yeah, but I think both those teams can definitely score. I have faith in both the offenses. I don't know. Do we have a status on Dalvin Cook?
I haven't heard that he wasn't playing. I'm pretty sure he's going to play. Let me check real quick.
I think he's going to play too, but I know he's had some off-the-field stuff this week, which is but I don't know that any of it will affect his playing status. So that's
that. I mean, according to Yahoo, he will play Sunday.
Nice.
But that's according to Dalvin Cook. Thank you.
Right. Well, if the league isn't going to come, oh god damn it! Here's a.
He remains eligible. I mean.
Yeah, pending any further action. Well, there's no legal action, I don't think yet.
Man, these guys got to think about what they're doing.
It's hard. It's hard out there, and it is seeming like this may end up being one of the relatively rare. I don't know, but he is fairly vociferously claiming that this is actually an extortion thing.
Yeah, not surprised. But at the same time, he's going to get past it.
I hate contextualizing some of this stuff sometimes, but it is important to note that when you're talking about some of this stuff, like, it's not reasonable for. I'm not gonna. It doesn't. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about it. Actually, I think about it.
It's probably a good idea not to talk about it. Yep.
Yeah, let's not.
I think if Dalvin Cook plays in this game goes over.
I think I want to get Madison on my bench in some fantasy, though. Yeah, I was like, I think I want to go back to that well.
Yeah, I think that's a good well to go to.
Just keep him around. You know,
I'm not a huge fan of Kirk Cousins in this game, though.
Well, okay, so it is a 4 o'clock game, so that part's not great. But it's 4 o'clock, but I think if he gets in the way on CBS, he'll probably be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Maybe. Anyway, I mean, he's a garbage time hero. This is undeniable.
So
this
very
gets set
undeniable.
up for that nice. Yeah. Anyway, I like the over here, 52.5 points. But again, both teams scoring into the late 20s, early 30s. I can see that happening.
Absolutely.
All right.
Minnesota's trying to road back. I mean, especially if anything happens to Green Bay, they got to keep winning.
Yeah, I guess to keep the pressure on Green Bay. I mean, there's this playoff picture is an absolute muddle. I mean, like I said, right now the Falcons
could play in the playoffs. Yes.
So,
which is astounding.
I don't want to. Yeah, it kind of tells you where we're at with that. I mean, really, the NFC is.
Or they could just go all the way. I mean, it could be like Major League the movie, but even worse. I like that movie, but like, you know what I'm saying.
I love that movie. But I also very much know what you're saying. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, basically, the NFC, the AFC, God knows. The NFC is basically 5 teams, and then you got two teams that are like, I don't know about the 2 teams, but I feel pretty confident about the 5 teams at the top. I think they'll all make it. Oh, we got people right.
Yeah. I mean, I know Tampa Bay is good, and I know the Rams are good.
See him? Right there. Oh.
Oh goodness. We got crossfire behind us.
Have we?
I got him. We got something behind us too.
This thing does have
the circle's coming. I told you.
Jesus Christ, that took forever.
I saved your life from the backside. It's all right.
You're right. This gun is shite. Right. I don't
I
that.
told you.
I thought that gun was better.
Yeah, it's got a lot of kick. Maybe they moved it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Ooh, what's that? That looks interesting.
It is pretty good. I did just kill him with it, but I don't love it. But you might like it.
I'm gonna take it.
It's like a hold down situation, so you put it down and then it can really get after people.
I'm not sure how that works,
but yeah. Anyway, let's see. Last interconference game here. We're gonna get that 2 easy parlay, and then we're gonna get everybody to our lovely Thursday night game. Philly,
which is coming right up. I mean,
it's gonna be here in a mo. Philly at Denver. Denver is a 2.5 point favorite at home.
This is a really strangely watchable game, I feel like.
It is. Philly is not as bad as their record. Denver
and neither is Denver.
Yeah, Denver seems like they're trying for a little late season post Von Miller resurgence thing. I don't know. I mean, we knew that they had good players, especially on defense.
Yeah. And yeah, they've got good running backs.
I mean, they'll go as far as Teddy. When Teddy plays well, that team can be play with just about anybody, really, roster-wise. Anyway.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah.
No, so
that's an excellent point.
Yeah, we need to find us a little bit of a shield. Yeah, I still like Teddy Bridgewater, and he certainly has some skills. I mean, and he's also one of those guys. I mean, when you're talking about Matt Barkley on the Panthers now, one of those guys that if he had come out a year before, might have been a top pick.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Barkley would have been a top pick, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, who knows? You got another Sam Darnold in the waiting.
No
offense,
man.
But that's kind of what's happening there.
Oh, I know. Oh, dude, I have no interest in seeing Matt Barkley play at all. I don't want that.
Well, there's some shield.
That was obviously just, we just needed some depth there, because it turns out, like, we kept thinking we were starting Pat White, and he's not in the league anymore.
Yeah.
I got this.
We should stop talking about Pat White.
What? The real Pat White or actual Pat White?
All of them.
Yeah. Oh wait, I need to do this, and then I need to do that. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, but I needed a little bit. I need a little bit of
a little bit.
All right, let's go. Where? Oh, yeah, Philly. I'm gonna take Philly money line here. Actually, I like Philly. Again, not as bad as the record. That team's kind of come. And again, you got a first-year head coach. You got essentially a guy starting his first year. I know Jalen Hurts started some games last year, but realistically,
surprisingly good defense. I think up front they look good. Devontae Smith looked fantastic last week.
Yeah,
if they keep seeing that from him, I mean, that does Jalen Hurts a lot of favors.
Yeah, and the presence of Lane Johnson, you want to talk about doing Jalen Hurts favors. Having Lane Johnson on the field, huge, massive. Like, literally and figuratively. He's a big feller, but also he does a lot of work. He does a lot of work for that team, for sure. So, yeah, I'm going to take Philly money line here. Again, you're getting a little plus juice. They're plus 130. They're not favored. I like them here. I think they can win this game.
I think you're right.
All right, 2 easy parlay real quick. Atlanta at Dallas under 55, our automatic pick there. They're the highest total this week. We're going to take the under there. I actually don't hate that. Yeah, actually, this is a good spot to sort of chill for a second. Once we get slightly inside the circle, actually, here you go, bush. We're going to go sit inside this bush. Ready? Come on.
Yeah, so just getting into this Atlanta-Dallas game, this is a vengeance game. We're going to see what happens, but you've got Atlanta players that are now on Dallas's team, and they're playing against their old coach.
Stay still. What are you doing? We're running around the bush. Nobody can see us in the bush. We're hidden in the bush.
Dan Quinn is not a good coach, but he might be a good defensive coach. So we're going to find out today. It's going to be the battle.
I think he is. I don't know why this is when you can stay still, because we're hidden. We are occluded. We cannot be seen. It's delicious. Anyway, okay, yes. Yeah. Dan Quinn. Oh, this is a Dan Quinn battle. I forgot. Revenge game. Uh-oh. But actually, that bodes well for our under, so that should be nice. Detroit.
Might.
Yeah. Detroit.
Ooh, Detroit.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, this is our lowest line of the week. Detroit at Pittsburgh, going over 42.5 here. I actually do like that one too. Honestly, I mean, that's a very much dependent on how many points Jared Goff can score. But I actually don't hate
8.5 is still the line too, right?
Yes. So the Lions on the road are an 8.5 point dog, which honestly I find that line a little low, frankly, given Detroit's history and how good Pittsburgh has looked the last couple weeks.
Exactly.
I find that line a little bit low, but I'm still not touching it with a 10-foot pole. But I do actually like that our automatic pick here is the over 42.5. It's not a lot of points.
It's not.
Next automatic pick here, Buffalo at the Jets. We're back on this game. Buffalo is your biggest favorite of the week. Got Buffalo minus 12.5. Getting 12.5 or giving up 12.5 points on the road. I don't love that one. I feel like the Jets have a really good chance to cover this week. I don't actually love this one. I almost took the Jets in a separate spot covering, so I could just, hedge here. But anyway, Buffalo minus 12.5. They should. Oh, they should cover this point spread. But yeah,
it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, Cleveland at New England. Cleveland is your smallest dog this week. They're a 1.5-point dog to New England in Foxborough. That one I like. We've already talked about that.
Yeah, and that's mostly the dog issue.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to start moving here soon, but...
Yeah. Well, something really gnarly sounds like it's over us. Maybe right near us.
I think it's a storm.
Well, okay. Well, the storm, we don't have to move for the storm yet. We're going to go for this drop, and then we're going to get high. Ready? Okay. So yeah, there's your 2 easy parlay. 2 easy parlay this week pays out plus 1,200. One more extra point, then we're going to finish up our game, and then we're going to go watch some football. 1 extra point this week. Got Lamar Jackson game this evening. Got Lamar Jackson. Oh wait, where'd that drop? Oh, it's here. Lamar Jackson, he's going to get 100 rushing yards and a rushing TD. That will pay you out plus 500 if he does that this evening.
I think that's a great go. It's a go line.
Yeah, I like that. Nice. Yeah, I like that nice little payout. It's a good spot for him to do that. Like, this would be a great game for them to play. Just a lot of rushes with him. Keep Miami, just keep your foot on the gas. They have had a little tendency to let teams get away from them early in games and having to come back, which has been nice to see Lamar good at. I mean, my God, like, that narrative is dead. As first reported here, and also half a dozen other football podcasts I listened to this week.
No, the kid's good at football. He knows what he's doing. He's worked really hard on his game, and it's showing.
He really is, and he's just an absolute world-class athlete. Tops. In a game of world-class athletes, he is still a cut above. Here, let's hide in the bushes, or hide behind this tree. Okay.
I like the tree.
Yeah, just stay. I want to kind of keep our eye out and, again, sort of just ambush the losers of this fight that's happening right now. So, yeah, that's the countdown this week. We're going to finish this game. You got any thoughts? I know you sort of thought about college. What were you...
No, I think this week it's all about fantasy. Last week, we were definitely getting shot at.
Oh, we're definitely getting shot at, yeah.
It's my fault.
Don't worry, I ambushed the first guy. Nice.
Yeah, fantasy football. Yeah. Last week everybody got hurt on. This week it's 11-11, and everybody's gonna get lucky.
Oh, there's the last guy. Let's just rush him. Fuck this guy. He's in the bush. I'm going left.
I'm going straight. Oh, he's building a lot.
Yeah, but I got him flanked.
Okay, do it.
Oh, he ran away.
That.
He ran away.
Where is he?
All right, he's on your left. I'm gonna break right. All right, he's just across the map. I'm gonna keep going right. He's by that van now.
Where's the van?
You go left. You go left. I'm going right. He's right in front. Yeah. Keep harder left, wider left. Go wider left. He's coming right at you now. I'm gonna flush him towards you. He should be coming right at you now. Okay. Oh wait, there's one more guy somehow. Shit.
It's okay.
The other guy. Okay, there's one guy. He's right in front of you. He's wearing a goofy outfit.
Oh, I died.
Damn. All right.
Where were you? Oh.
I know. He was weird. It was weird. It was weird. Okay. Ah, damn it. I didn't realize. He must have. There were only. I don't know. Oh, he brought his friend back with the van. That's why he was making a break for the van.
That makes sense.
God. That's because I thought when I shot the first guy I had him. All right, y'all. That's the show this week. Have fun.
Yeah.